Hey guys, welcome back. This is Tracy with the Y. I'm showing you how I drain my hot tub and start fresh. I'm doing it for the spring. As you can see right now, there's a siphon hooked to a garden hose that's sucking in the excess water. I've got most of the water out. Actually, probably about 99% of the water out. I've already taken off my filter cover and cleaned it out real good. If you find these are clogged, they usually get clogged with hair. If you take a pipe cleaner, you can put it in each one of those holes. And there's just two Phillips screws that hold it in there. Anyways, clean this really good, rinse it out, and then we're gonna put that back on. After I get this back on, I'm gonna take a wet rag and a little bit of bleach cleaner and wipe it out real good. Also, it's really important to take out your cartridge filter. That's where my filter goes. And when we refill, we're gonna put the garden hose in there and fill for about the first hour. That will ensure that all the water fills the lines first. If you don't do that first, you are likely to get what we call an airlock. So take that filter out. Once you're ready to refill, put the garden hose down there. You can fill it the whole time if you want, but leave your filter out until you got it filled back up before you turn it on. And always also shut it off at the breaker first before you start draining. Now, if you do not have a shop vac, which I highly recommend a shop vac, you can do this, and this works too. Let me show you. This is my leaf blower, or whatever, debris blower. But if you watch the lines, your seawater comes jetting out of there. Found on this one it works the best. What it's doing is it's blowing all that water laying in the lines that can usually be funky. Usually, not always. But it will get all the water to the line so you can siphon it out. And you can do it on each jet if you want. So all of that's going to get siphoned out, and as you can see, just what was in the lines is laying in the footwell, and then it can just siphon it out. So make sure you do that. You can do a shop vac, or you can do it with this if you have one of these. Okay. So I'm watching down here where I have to screw my filter cover back on. Once the water stopped coming out of there, I shut off this thing. So I'm gonna hop in and put my screen back on, and then I'm gonna wipe the sides. Okay. Of course, it's good to do this if it's a nice day out too. What do I do with that thing? Here it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this back on. I already cleaned it. Need my Phillips screws. Whoa, I about dropped that in the... Okay. Maybe. Brush. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on, and then I'm gonna let it keep siphoning, and then I'll come back to you. I can't see with all this hair. The sun's warm. Well, let me see here. Just screwing this in. Sounds like our siphon has finished. All right, give me 1 minute, guys. I got Maggie barking, sweating. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Finally got that screwed in, took care of Maggie. Now I'm gonna spray a little bit of cleaner around it. And this is just a bleach cleaner because I use chlorine in my tub. You could use a little bit of Dawn and hot water, but it could cause a little bit of sudsing. So anyway, so I'm just spraying a little bit of cleaner, not a lot. I don't know if you guys can even see. I might try to put you back a bit. But basically I just have a wet rag and I'm going around the top and the sides. Last thing I'll do is wipe out the bottom. There's some water down there. And honestly, I've already wiped all these. I filmed it earlier and I wasn't filming it with my microphone on, so I had to start over. But that's okay. 2 wipes is not a bad thing. But I've already wiped all this once. But I'll go over it again. And I don't know if I said this in, because I told you I was filming and had to start over, but you should drain your tub about 4 times a year. My boss says spring, summer, winter, and fall. So, and honestly, if your tub's a mess, because you can't forget about a hot tub, it'll go green quicker than you can say, or quicker you can shake a stick at, or easier you can shake a stick at. That wasn't a very good reference, whatever. Anyways, I always tell pool customers, I've had a green hot tub, I don't know how many times, but I've never had a green pool. So, with the swimming pool, with the hot tub, the water is hot, it's enclosed, and my tub holds about 285 gallons. So, it's not a lot of water. And sometimes it's less expensive just to drain and start fresh. Clean water, fresh water is a good thing. So, I use chlorine in my hot tub, and I do a cap full of chlorine, a cap full of shock, and 1 ounce of stain and scale once a week. And then on Wednesday, about 3 to 4 days later, I usually do it on Sunday, 3 or 4 days later, I will put 1 more cap full of chlorine in it. But I only shock once a week and stain and scale once a week. So, anyways, this looks so much better. I might throw that siphon down in here. There's a good bit of water. Always turn it off first at the breaker. And take out your filter. And when you refill, make sure you refill, put the garden hose, because you saw us blow the lines out, so there's no water in the lines. Let me get this started, then I'll finish my sentence. Okay, now I'm just siphoning the bottom out. But what I was saying is when you fill your tub, always put the garden hose down where your filter goes. So this is where my filter screws into. So for about the first hour, I put the garden hose down in there. Basically, I flood the lines underneath that you don't see. I flood those, and then if you want, you can take it out and just put it regular in there, or just leave, you can fill it there the whole time if you want. You don't have to mess with it. But make sure you set a timer, because it only takes a couple hours to fill, depending upon your water pressure. So I've almost got all this out. It doesn't take very long. So I've already wiped everything, I've bleached it. My filter is clean. So next I'm gonna put the garden hose in, put it down in the cartridge hole, and then I'll probably come back to you here in a few hours once it's full, and then we'll go from there. But basically once it's full, I kick the breaker back on, and I let it heat up to about 80 degrees, which will take probably 4 or 5 hours. Just have to keep an eye on it. And once it's at least 80 degrees, you're going to do your capful of shock, capful of chlorine, and 1 ounce stain and scale. The capful's probably, I don't know, a couple tablespoons maybe. And then on Wednesday, I'll put another capful of chlorine in to help keep it clear. And almost always with a fresh fill, hot tub or pool, you're going to need some calcium. So if you fill your tub up and you're getting a bunch of foaming and stuff, you can use anti-foam as a quick fix or a defoamer, but usually the root cause of that foaming is either a dirty filter or you need some calcium. And you can add calcium even while you're in the tub. It softens the water and keeps the foaming away. It's a good product. All right, I won't make you guys watch the rest of this, but I'll come back to you once I start filling. And then those little tiny things, either the filter will catch them once you kick it on, or you could just net it out if you have a little net. So, anyways, I'll be right back, guys. Thanks. All right, guys, we're back. The tub is almost completely full. I ran the hose in there the whole time. So I'm probably gonna let it fill for about another 5 minutes, but I wanted to hurry and do a quick record. I'm gonna put my filter in. Maybe. Got a little bit of dirt on it. Okay, so I'm gonna put my filter back in its place. Screw that in. I didn't say earlier, but I do have a Nordic Retreat SE, which is the sports edition. So I'm going to kick the breaker on. So once it gets to 80 degrees, that's when you add the chemicals that I told you. Oh, and this goes on here too. It's not even dirty. So drop that down over it. Go kick the breaker on. And it'll probably be this evening before it's at least to 80 degrees. Like right now it says it's 59. So I'm gonna turn the jets on and see how, make sure I didn't get no airlock or anything. There we go. Yay! See, that helps you get from getting the airlock by putting the garden hose down in your where your filter is. And then when circulating, and then jets. Awesome sauce. Okay, and like I said, once it gets to 80 degrees, I'll add my chemicals, and we'll be all set. And it'll be good for like 3 to 4 months. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, just comment below. Please share and subscribe. Watch the video all the way through, and ask me any questions you may have. I'll talk to you later. Bye.